All right, my dudes, we back. And I can now officially say that we are at the same spot, minus a couple pieces, of where we were when we first started this and found the geyser. I just finished buttoning up all under here. So down here is done. Even the boot on the bleeder, or the side of the bell housing, but we're done down here. So now I moved into inside. Took the front seat out because I'm realizing as I got in here and I was trying to put this dealie on, that's why the brakes were always on every time I started it, is because this thing was just basically hanging and you got to push the plunger to turn the brakes off. That's why the brakes were always on. So I decided that I just couldn't reach the stuff I wanted to get to. So I'm gonna lay down now that I have all this room. I'm going to adjust. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I paused to catch you up. So I gotta adjust the brake pedal, put the brake switch on. I gotta mount the computer. I think what I'm gonna do is somewhere around here. Back there is the glove box liner. I think I'm just gonna set the computer inside the glove box. I know that's kind of cheesy, but there's plenty of room in there and I want easy access to it. So I'm gonna start going through, because remember I just hooked up all these lines temporarily to get the car started. So now that everything worked, I am going to start buttoning up, shortening wires, tucking wires, get it all buttoned up inside here. And then from that point on, we can focus on the tuning portion of it. You saw that my fuel pressure is lower than it should be. I don't remember if this rail and regulator is from the engine I was running before or if it's from the new engine, but I don't know if the regulators have different pressures. If you guys know that, tell me. But I'm gonna pull the regulator off that one up, or wait, wherever the fuel rail is. I'm gonna pull the regulator off of it and put it on here, right there, and see if it changes. If it doesn't, I'm going to change the fuel pump wiring to right off the battery with the relay in the trunk. So, but that's all stuff I think that has to do with getting it running good and tuning. So I want to get this tucked up, wired up first, get this cleaned up. I'll get this clean, get the seats back in, maybe just go ahead and put the dash back in, just get it all ready. That way we can focus just on the running portion of it. So that's what I'm working on right now. Here's an update of where we're at. I've got almost everything wired up. I put the glove box back in. I'm gonna organize that better, but I need to have everything accessible for a while after this thing's running, just to make sure that it's all good. But I'm getting everything all buttoned up, and I think once I finish zip tying and stuff underneath the dash and cleaning that up, I'm going to, that's mostly junk. I'm gonna start it up just to make sure everything works. And if that goes fine, I'm gonna go ahead and put the dash back in. So I'm getting really close. And I think the fuel pressure on this thing is exactly what it needs to be. I don't know why it was like 55 something with the other engine, but it's really supposed to be around 43, 45. So it's like where it's supposed to be. But that was one of the parameters in the Wizard tune, and I picked 60, so maybe that's messing things up. So I'm gonna go through this start guide and maybe just try to do it through the laptop this time instead of the Wizard, and get things a little more dialed down and then start again. But I want to get all this dialed in and get the dash back in. Check it out. Dash is in. It's been a long time. Look at this guy. Got a new shift knob. That's where the screen's going. It's kind of wedged in there right now. I can't clean up the glove box until I get rid of that map sensor hose. And I'm stoked that dash hasn't been in there in a long time. So I'm leaving the Holley BIM module thing down until I get it running decent, and then I can tuck the BIM module underneath the dash, because that has to hook up to the Holley. The thing with that is you can't, sorry, that's not my light. You can't hook up the handheld, the laptop, and the dash. Dash has to be unplugged when you're doing, I think, when the laptop's plugged in. So you can never have those two at the same time. You can have the handheld and the dash at the same time, not the laptop and the dash. So that's why I gotta keep those connections kind of accessible in the glove box, so I can easily access plugging them in and out. But a little bit of cleanup up to do. I need to double check my injector markings on these injectors so that I can get a new startup tune made. And then if I can just get this to, it already idles good. If I can get it to rev good without dying, I can take it for a drive. I think we're basically ready. So I don't want to put the seats in until I know that we're 110% on that wiring and everything's running good, just in case in the middle of tuning I need to pull the thing apart. It's so much easier to get in and out of this underneath the dash without the seats in there, so that'll be the last thing. Yeah, super close. IX high. Okay, as soon as it hit 160, it went into learning status, and then the AFR kind of raised a little bit. Target idle is 150. IAC is still high, so I need to adjust that. Okay, I got the IAC good. It's the temp. I don't know if it's gonna rev up though. No, it doesn't want to. Okay guys, I don't know what's going on. This is kind of now like beyond my expertise. So I think I'm gonna call for help now. I got a little water leak right there and I fixed it as it was going. So I don't know. I'll call in someone way smarter than me. They'll probably know exactly what to do. I feel like if I can just get it to rev. There's the water that spilled earlier. I feel like if I skip to rev, then I can drive it. Like I said, don't want to do the seats till later, so let me contact my buddy Doug and see what he thinks about helping me out. And then maybe this will be driving, I don't know. I'm not too bummed out, the weather sucks right now, so we'll get there.